It's not every day that we get to see a title like that, so cherish it whilst you still can. Although I will say that it's becoming more of a common occurrence, so perhaps 2020 was the best year for Roblox so far. Roblox takes bullying seriously. Well, I would certainly like to hope so, but on a serious note, I cannot describe how nice it feels to actually see Roblox type out those words to simply let everyone know that they do care and that they are actively working on making Roblox a safer place is what matters the most. We'd like to thank Project Rocket and the Diana Award for giving us and our community invaluable resources for becoming better online citizens. So it looks like they are teaming up with some incredible people so that they can accurately put this extremely important information out there to the best of their abilities, and so the Project Rocket is Australia's youth-driven movement against bullying, hate and prejudice, as well as the Diana Award being pretty similar with, like Princess Diana, we believe that young people have the power to change the world. Both seemingly very, very strong and important messages, and I'm genuinely excited to see exactly how both parties are going to end up working with Roblox. Bullying Prevention Month, helping yourself. So apparently this blog post was uploaded towards the end of October, but Roblox didn't tweet about it until last night at around 11 PM in my time. So I don't know if that means that people have already seen this post before or if they just kept it on standby until they were ready to talk about it, but I haven't seen it yet. So I hope it's alright with you guys. I'm going to take us through it anyway, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys stuck with it because, like I said before, this is a serious topic and a very important topic that everyone needs to hear about. October is Bullying Prevention Month in the US, and it's an important time to talk about bullying, how it can affect you and what you can do to tackle it. You know, I am glad that there is a thing such as a whole month dedicated to bullying prevention, and I suppose there is a lot of things that have months dedicated to them, but I have never really understood why, because I feel like every single day of the year should be bullying prevention, and I think Roblox have definitely pushed through and shown a great example of that by resharing all of this information and starting something new outside of October. Hello there, please make sure to leave a like on this video because it would be very helpful if we could spread the word around that Roblox did something like this. And of course, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because 300,000 subscribers is what we are currently trying to reach. So this time last year, Roblox apparently released a survey for parents, and as it turns out, 22% of parents shared that their children have personally experienced some form of online bullying. Now, 22% may seem like a pretty low statistic, but I just want everyone to take a moment to remember what that number is showing, because 22% of parents are aware that their children have experienced cyberbullying, but that doesn't necessarily show an accurate number of how many people really did experience bullying but didn't let their parents know, because I'm sure we are all aware by now that not everyone is the biggest fan of monitoring their children on Roblox. Telling someone to just turn their phone off and ignore it is not very realistic. Precisely, and I'm very glad that they said something about this, because the amount of times I have seen people unironically say cyberbullying isn't real, just close the screen or just close the app and turn your phone off is unbelievable, and it's upsetting to see people care so little about other people, because for the majority of people it's just not that easy. What happens if the person bullying you online is also someone you know in real life and you do take the advice and just turn your phone off and ignore it, but the next time you see that person in real life, what happens from there? Because I'm pretty sure dealing with bullying in real life is not quite as simple as just close the screen, and also dealing with the problem by ignoring it has never been the correct solution, so I'm not entirely sure why people think that it's okay to apply that to something as serious as bullying. We must be clear, bullying is never okay. There may sometimes be a catalyst for it, a fallout with a friend or a disagreement over a sports game, but there is a difference between someone being mean or having an argument and bullying. Exactly, so here's the thing, someone calling you a loser once and then leaving the game never to be seen by you ever again, that's not bullying. It's absolutely not nice to be called a name or to be called a loser by a complete stranger, but I think People need to know the difference between someone being mean to them and someone being a bully to them, which is once again where Roblox comes in. The definition of bullying is repetitive and intentional hurting of one person or group by another person or group where the relationship involves an imbalance of power. This means that you can't accidentally bully someone, so I'm not entirely sure in what situation you would ever be able to accidentally bully someone, but at least now we know that becoming a bully by accident just isn't something that's possible. While it may feel unpleasant if someone is mean to you, bullying is a repeated behavior, not a one-off disagreement. This is a common misunderstanding. Yeah, obviously neither situation is a very nice one to find yourself in, but someone being a bit toxic to you because you just beat them at Roblox Arsenal isn't bullying, because you don't know that person and that's not consistent or intentional behavior towards yourself. Now, the next two things in this blog post are extremely important, and I cannot stress this enough, because one is about what bullying can sometimes look like, and the final thing they talk about is what you can do if you personally experience bullying. Power image. The bully often yields power in the first instance. Sometimes they may be physically bigger, they may appear to be more popular or use others around them as a backup, but actually this power isn't always real. Absolutely, they only think they have that power, and it only looks like they hold that power over you because it seems difficult to stand up to them, and you are basically allowing that to create the illusion of them holding power. Bullying behavior is often targeted towards something very personal: your looks, personality traits, sexuality, or ethnicity. Anything that the person bullying can use to hurt you. Remember that these exact things are what make each of us unique and interesting. They are not weaknesses, they are strengths. The most important thing we can give ourselves is self-love and self-acceptance. Nothing will ever come between you loving yourself, and once you can find it in yourself to love yourself, the power that the bully thinks they hold over you will basically shatter, because you're no longer gonna care what anyone thinks about you. Obviously, it's very nice to have people who are accepting of you and people who do support and love you for you, but it's key to remember that the only approval you will ever need is from yourself. Bullying is not a personality trait, but rather a behavior that can be changed. Sure, some people can be unpleasant or mean, but sometimes people act out of character. People can and do change. We should encourage that. Everyone deserves a chance to change, no matter who they are or what they did. A bully can and will change, but they need people who are willing to give them that chance to change themselves. The biggest example I've seen of this is those videos where people plan to meet and talk to the person that bullied them during school, but obviously it's something like 5 or 10 years later. What you can do if you experience bullying. So I'm not going to read the massive paragraphs, like I'll let you guys take the time to do that yourselves, but they do list 6 very important points. Talk to someone about it. If you find it really hard to speak to someone, try writing a message. Find your allies. Don't let others take over your problem. Look after yourself. Use self-moderation tools where available, like block and report on Roblox. And I genuinely could not have said it better myself, and that entire post was laid out perfectly. This is the exact reason I'm so happy with Roblox for doing this and talking about this with such detail and raising the awareness that this will end up raising. But I really get think of Roblox raising awareness and working hard in an attempt to fight against bullying both online and in real life. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.